So with that vision, right? So in 2018, when you and I, we were kind of talking about the disruption that was going on, right? That was kind of that buzzword, and technology is going to, ruin all of our industries. You had made a change with technology being kind of the forethought, changing from one company to another. Where do you see, did 2018 come true in terms of, we were hearing a lot of news that there was going to be commission, compression, that there was going to be mortgage loan originator, the shops were going to close down, and a lot of mergers happening. Did that happen? Because I didn't hear a lot of that stories.
Yeah, there were definitely acquisitions, mergers of companies that were not making their obligations, or they weren't able to have their liquidity available to be able to keep their warehouse lines. I mean, a lot of that did happen. It didn't happen to the degree that we thought could happen, and that's because none of us thought that rates were going to fucking drop the way they just dropped, right, in the last 9 months. That has provided a lot of oxygen, a lot of ground cover for companies that may have been failing or may have been having difficult times. I mean, Q3 and Q4 of last year and Q1 of this year, companies weren't making money. And there's only so long that your warehouse lines are going to let you, without curtailing you and haircutting you to death. I mean, they're not just going to let you keep on doing that. Or Fannie Mae comes in, does an audit, or you get the CFPB that comes in and does an audit. So refinances and lower rates has given oxygen to a lot of companies. 2018 didn't play out exactly like I thought. It didn't play out exactly the way I thought it was going to in our business. I'll tell you, 2019 has been better than we could ever imagine as far as execution of that strategy. Like, I went over and I partnered with a guy, Nick Flores, that I had partnered with before in the 2000s, and I would still be with Nick in the original company had we not gone through the tumultuous times of 2007 and 2008. And it's because this guy is a technology guy. He's a computer science, nerd that happens to know how to manufacture mortgages and been in the mortgage business his whole life. I firmly believe now even stronger that technology is a big piece of where things are going. Because there are costs, there are real tangible costs in manufacturing anything. And the cheaper you can drive your costs down, the cheaper you can manufacture something, well, then the cheaper you can give the product to the end consumer. Or in our business, right? So when we look at it, we have to drive costs down corporately.
Yep.
We got to drive costs down at the branch level. We got to drive costs down at the originator level. All of that allows us to keep compensation up. It allows us to deliver a good rate and fee combination to our consumer and to our branches. All of those are important. We firmly believe that the market has shifted towards, they want a consumer direct price, but they still want a retail experience.
Right.
So what's the hybrid? How do we blend that, right? How do we bridge the gap between the two?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. How do you remove the cost without taking away some of the human element?
AI.
Yep.
Automation.
Yep.
Intelligence. And what's really cool about the things that we're doing is we're no longer treating the symptoms. We're diagnosing the root cause of everything, and then we'll fix it permanently. Like, we eradicate shit from our process. We find something that happens, and then we'll automate it where it happens every single time.
Yep.
And it may not seem like a lot, or it may not seem like a big deal, but we're changing the way that mortgages have been done, and we're changing the lives of our originators and our processors and everybody in the process. And now their ability to be able to take on more is exacerbated. Like, normally a processor could do 20 loans a month, and that's a good month. I got processors doing 40, 45, 50 loans a month.
Yep.
Well, that means that their bonuses are pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't have to hire more people to do that job,
Yep.
right? I mean, loan officer assistants, we've been able to drive the cost down on that. I mean, we've automated so much. We still need the people, but we don't need as many people.
Yep.
And we can deliver a better work product at the end of the day, a more consistent work product, and a faster one.